I think, I think, I think that my word can be taken on that point.
All of this block billing.
The outlook that I have seen when it comes to legal billing specialists, and I did do just a little bit of research to see what the statistics were saying, but overall, attorneys aren't going anywhere. Every year, new graduates are going into law school. Every year, graduates are leaving law school looking for work, whether they're going into private practice or to an actual firm. Law firms are going to continue to grow. So they're always going to need driven legal support staff. That's just my thoughts on where I think the industry is headed. When it comes to the pros that I've seen in the industry, of course, the exciting law firm environment. It is exciting to certain personalities when you get to know the hobbies of the attorneys, the wins that they may have. You get to share in their wins and get to learn from their losses, and you really see how close-knit the legal community is once you become part of it. Fair compensation. Compensation is normally based on the years of experience that you've had handling whatever you're handling, whether it's legal billing, accounting, controller, paralegal, whatever task that you're handling. It's normally fair pay and benefits based on how long you've been doing it. And many jobs now have become remote. I do see some hybrid out there, but since COVID, there have been quite a few law firms seeking outsourced legal support when it comes to accounting or billing. One of the companies I used to work for, that is what they did. They ensured that the law firm didn't have to not have a month of billing go out because their staff was on PTO or vacation. So remote work is definitely available when it comes to law firm billing. And you also feel like you're a part of something bigger. Many of the attorneys, they have programs in which they volunteer. Some of those opportunities can be shared with the staff. You get to know some of the clients and some of the just the things that the attorneys are involved in. I know one of my previous firms that I worked for, there was a take time to give, and we oftentimes help the attorneys volunteer for different organizations so that we can, give our time back to the community. There is always room for growth and opportunity depending on and all of these pros and cons are depending on the size of the law firm. The growth and opportunity, if you're working or if you have the privilege of working for a larger law firm, then you have several offices in accounting or several roles in accounting, whether it is the manager, the supervisor, or the biller, or the e-biller. So there is room for growth there. When it comes to the cons, with most accounting work, you have billing deadlines. Not only do you have billing deadlines inside of the law firm, you have billing deadlines that are given to you by the client. Yeah, so there are lots of clients who require their invoice before the 10th of the month or the 15th. And then in order to keep the cycle of payables or receivables coming in, the law firm itself needs to create a cycle of when the bills go out so that they can determine when the payments will be coming in. Sometimes you'll have resistant timekeepers. One of the things that I really, really like about the law firm is that it's old school. A lot of individuals who are in my generation and prior, they were taught a certain decorum happens within the corporate field. And in the legal field, that's where you can truly expect to use some of that you've learned when it comes to how to address letters, how to have conversation in email, just that corporate decorum that it seems like a lot of my generation has. So when it comes to those timekeepers, it's difficult to change. So that can at times make them resistant. You may have timekeepers who prefer the paper billing instead of the electronic methods, or you may have those who prefer dictation instead of typing out their information. So there are various personalities that you have to deal with, and to some that can be a con, but it can be a pro as well if you are determined to learn from individuals who are different than you. The demands of the client. Some clients, like I say, are going to reach out for accruals to see what the future fees and costs will be on their invoices. Some programs are going to require budgets and other timekeeper information or missing matter information. And when it comes to the attorneys, they are going to have their own individual demands depending on the practice area. They may require some extensive research when it comes to some accounts receivable that has kind of gotten out of hand, or just some other information to help maybe summarize client billing guidelines and other training tools that can help the people who are going to support the client. When it comes to the pre-bills, there's very, very tedious scrutiny of quite a lot of time entries. You have to understand that the attorneys, they're entering their time in tenths. So some of them worked up to 10 hours, and that's broken out into what they have done for this client or that client. It could be a tenth here or 2/10 there or 30 minutes here. But it's quite a bit of work, and a lot of them have 10 to 12 clients that they're working for. So it's quite a bit to look through to ensure that perhaps the block billing has been caught, or any misspelled words, or time entries that may be on the wrong file, or task codes that may have been put in reverse order, or missing task codes. There's just quite a bit to check when it comes to reviewing the pre-bills before they go out to the client. We are the last set of eyes to see it prior to it being sent to the client, and we are experts in this field, and we like to shine through our work. So we take this part of it very serious. And the final con that I could think of was timekeepers not following client guidelines, and this is not intentional. Timekeepers are new. Some of them may not understand the client billing guidelines the way some of the timekeepers who have been there understand. And when I say timekeepers, I'm talking about those who actually enter time and bill for their legal services. So whether it's the attorney, and attorneys can be of counsel or partners or associates. Associates are the newer attorneys. The partners are, of course, those who have been practicing for a while, and they have brought into the partnership of the firm. And counsel are sometimes those who are on the verge of retiring. They may have a few clients that they're transitioning out, but they are not practicing as heavily as they did when they were a partner. Timekeepers also include paralegals, and some, depending on what type of work it is, some timekeepers can even include law clerks. So those are the timekeepers, and like I said, it's never intentional for them not to follow the guidelines, but there is so much work that they are handling it's sometimes impossible for them to catch everything. So we are their last set of eyes, their second or sometimes third set of eyes to be sure that they are capturing or abiding by the guidelines. So this is what I believe the outlook for the legal billing specialist is going to be. The actual statistics through 2026 show that there is going to be an increase. And as law firms continue to grow and find different areas of practice, then, you know, the law firms, like I said, are going to continue to grow. And law firm mergers happen. New attorneys branch out and create their own practice. No matter what, they still need strong legal support, driven legal support, who are truly invested in continuing the relationships that they have already gone out there and worked so very hard for. So it just depends on how you want to support the legal industry. I particularly am fond of law firm billing, and so I have invested quite a bit of time in understanding and becoming good at um, my sources that I use are listed. Leads.org. Practice Panther is an accounting software, but their website is also full of information. They help me with some of the definitions just to make them a little bit clearer on it. It is a e-billing software as well as an accounting software. In Google, there were some free images and clip arts that I used in order to make this presentation a little bit more exciting and to get my point across and get the visuals out there for visuals like me who like to, you know, see something different on a slideshow every once in a while. All right, so if you have questions or want to learn more, I would love to be that support for you. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me for more content. I enjoy all things legal billing. I enjoy sharing my knowledge. Like I said, I want to create or help people create a new career if they want in the legal billing field. I'm really talented at what I do, and I share freely. So let me know. I will be looking for you in the comments. I will also be looking for your email or other ways that we can connect to talk about everything law firm billing.